Good afternoon, guys. So it's coming up to 12:30. High tide today will be about 2:15, so not long. Where am I? I'm on the beach at Warden. I put up a couple of sand spikes there. Yeah, Warden Pier away along there. So basically I only live about 4 minutes walk from here. So I might as well chucking it out here or chucking it down there. Plus Ralph reminded me, one of my subs reminded me that yeah, no overhead casting on the pier, so I thought unless I'm casting I'm not fishing. Yeah, anyway, I respect people's views and obviously people's safety, so yeah, I thought I'd come down the beach today and we'll fish this and we'll see what happens, if anything. But it's a day out. Alexa got it right, I got it wrong. So basically I've got what have I got on today? I've got these dungarees, these quilted dungarees. I've got a body warmer and I've got a really thick kind of like sweatshirt on, yeah. So anyway, without further ado, and I got my hat on that I got from a colleague, WTF. I mean, that could stand for someone else, but in this case it is, where's the fish? That's the question. Let's see if we can catch some. Right, I'll see you in a bit. Here we go, let's wait and see. Yeah, so today is officially the first day of spring. It's also International Happiness Day, if you believe that. Well, I'll be happy if we catch a fish today, let's see. Also, I'm starving, so I brought my little stove today and we're going to have a fry up here in a wee bit. I think it's just chipolados, nothing using a couple of eggs and some rolls. But because I'm so far from the pier, there's no shops around here. Oh, I've got to shed some of these clothes, guys. It's really hot. It really is. Yeah, first day of spring and then we're into the summer, aren't we? The clocks go forward at the 30th, end of the month, 30th of March. So that'll make a huge difference when we go fishing. I wanted to come down last night, but the high tide was like 2 in the morning. And I kind of thought it's not really safe, to be honest, you know. So I didn't bother, I just went back to sleep, you know. But I'm back to work tomorrow. But this is good. You see these all year round swimmers, there's one out there just now. And they swim from Goring all the way down to the pier. But I never see them coming back. And that's something that worries me. Because I'm thinking, I know they've got a bag, like a dry bag, they've probably got clothes in it. But I'm thinking, they go down there, I never see them coming back. I hope they didn't drown, serious, and I'm not joking there. I hope they didn't drown. But I'm guessing they just go into Worthing and then get the bus back, the 700, back to Goring. At least hope so. But yeah, so the 2 rods are out. There's not a lot of fish around, you know, whether you're fishing from the pier or the beach. And I kind of got fed up with the pier, to be honest, and you're not allowed, as I say, to overhead cast, you know, so well, that's not for me. When the lower deck's open you can do it, but not from the top deck, so I'm going to give that a miss for a while. I'm just a bit concerned, you know, about that bail arm on that rod there. Maybe I'll just oil it, maybe that'll do it, because it started doing that. My last cheap reel done that, and then the line snapped and I lost my gear. But and Matt from Prime Angling, he never showed me how to tie on a shock leader. He's always too busy, that boy. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go around other fishing shops and maybe they'll show me how to do it. The one at Hove Lagoon, I'm gonna go there, and maybe the guy down there will show me how to tie on a shock leader. I've tried it on YouTube, but to no avail. Anyway, I'm going to wash my hands and then put a wee fry up on because I really am hungry. We'll see you in a bit. Well, the rods have been out for like 20 minutes. Nothing so far, but we've still got another hour to go until high tide. So yeah, I blanked the last time. Normally I don't blank, you know, but then again, that's off the pier and at probing places I've been before I started my YouTube channel. But this is right basically opposite my house. Honestly, 4 minutes walk, and I brought a lot of gear today, so I thought, oh, I'll just come here. But yeah, so I know there's a lot of Karens out there. They've noticed that. Keep it in mind, guys, that when you have a YouTube channel and you talk, and obviously I'm Scottish, I'm not like, I don't use like the King's English, and so the subtitles that you see on the screen, theirs and theirs, so theirs belonging to them or theirs like over there, I don't have any control over that, you know. But to be perfectly honest, you know, it's a nice day, and if you're stuck in the house watching my channel, picking me, nitpicking, then do yourself a favour, go somewhere else. There's lots of other channels, fishing channels out there. Mine's is like low key. I'm at the bottom of the food chain on YouTube, you know what I mean? I make about maybe £2 a night, that's what I get. £2 a night for chucking these videos out, for making them, but I enjoy them, and that's why I do it. I've got people that are stuck in flats and houses that are disabled. They used to come down here, and I know them, but their illness or their disease has progressed so much that yeah, they're stuck indoors, so at least they still can see like sunny Sussex and what I'm up to. Not that it's very exciting what I do, but anyway. Yeah, so here we go. So what have I got? I've got that little stove. I picked it up. So Millets in Montague Street, it's closing down. So I've got that, the wee stove there, and it was only about £8 because it was in the sale, and I think the gas canister was in the sale too, and it was like £6, so I'm happy with that. I've got some chipolatas. I've got 4 chipolatas. I've got an egg, and I put the oil, yeah, the virgin olive oil in there. Then I've got my favourite, my trusted hook, line and sinker, and I washed it. Honestly, I did. I don't want to get food poisoning. I've got work tomorrow. I popped that in, and I've got a couple of rolls, and I've got a tomato that I'm going to carve up. I've got some water, iron brew, and I've got a couple of tins of Coke. And I promise 100,000,000% that before I leave, I'll make sure that I leave the beach as I found it. And there's no rubbish on this beach, thank God. I always tidy up after me. Anyway, let's go cook this stuff, see what happens. Yeah, see you in a bit. Now there we go, the sausages are on. They're sizzling away. We're just chopping up this wee tomato. Now there's going to be a few Karens there that'll say, oh, you're not allowed to barbecue on the beach. You're not allowed to light fires. Well, this is a controlled cooking session for my subscribers. And I know Jeff. I know the environmental guy, so I don't think he's going to have a problem with this. And he knows that I would always clear up after me. And I'm not saying it's one rule for one and one rule for another. What I'm saying is, I think common sense prevails, you know. And people are just bored, I think. Right, so there you go. That is seriously yummy. And I've got a couple of rolls, so we're all good. But that is the question, guys. There's the question there on my hat. There it is. Can you see it? WTF. Where's the fish? Well, we're sitting here waiting for the bangers to cook. And I moved them. In the interim, I actually moved the rods. That one toppled over, but there wasn't a fish on it. And that one, I moved that back too. And you can see the canoeist over there plodding away. Yeah, so look, I'm happy, you know. It is what you, it's my day off, and you have to have a bit of fun. And being able to do this with a small, cheap stove just makes my day, really, you know. Man, this is the brown. I'll bang in a couple of eggs there, so it'll be kind of like an omelette type thing. But one thing I did forget, and that was a plate, so forgive me when you see me out and out this frying pan, yeah? But what does it matter? Doesn't matter, does it? It all goes down the same way. But it's nice to have something to eat. And if you're down at this part of the beach, so that's at the bottom of Heen Road, you know, there's no cost of cafes or anything here, so it's kind of bring your own. Hence the reason I've got that wee mini bar in the background there with my colas and my iron brew and things. Kind of self-sufficient. And I'll probably do more of this, but along this coast as the summer progresses, because that pier, you can get 30, 40 people on that pier. Jeff was saying that, you know, the environmental guy, Jeff, but he was saying that sometimes there's 30, 40 people on there, you can't get moved, and for me that's no pleasure. Why would I want to go there when I've got all that? And all the way to Brighton, so that's the plan. Anyway, while I'm cooking these things, well, attempting to cook them, YouTube, to get monetized, it's not easy. It really isn't easy. So you need, I think we'll turn the gas down a bit, no we won't, we'll leave it as it is. To get monetized, you're looking at 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. Jeez, oh, 4,000 hours. That's a lot. So if you make a video, if you make a movie that's 10 minutes long, that's 6. You can watch like 6 in an hour, innit? So I'm not sure, probably like 400 hours. So if you imagine going to work and doing a 48-hour week or what have you, that's like sitting down for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks watching these videos. And most people lose interest after the first 5 minutes or so, don't they? Hopefully not you guys that are watching this just now, watching me making a mess here. But this will be making you as hungry, is it? Pause the video and go and get something to eat, guys. Go and get something to eat. Yeah, so it's a long time, it's a long haul. And then when you are monetized, when they accept you on the program, you know, that could be a nightmare in itself too, because you then have to prove your identity, and there's a lot of to and fro between yourself and YouTube. But I mean, it is what it is, you know. And then you have to get a code that comes through the post. You get this code, and then you have to enter the code in to activate your account. Then you only get paid. People think, oh, you're making a fortune. I only make £1 or £2 a night, but it's always in the morning when I get up. There's money in the account, and you can see it on the screen. And I've got over 750 videos, and thanks to you guys, you folks, I shouldn't say guys because there's women watch my program, but thanks to you folks, yeah, I'm there now. But it's a constant upkeep, and if you don't upload a video within 60 days, that's it, you're back to square one again. Yeah, I mean, it's alright if you've got a fan base, but for me, my content's rubbish because, you know, it just is. You know, I don't have the money to go here, there and everywhere. I haven't got a boat. You know, it's like real basic, back to basic kind of stuff that I do. Anyway, back in a minute. Yeah, so getting monetized isn't it easy? And then keeping the monetization's another thing, isn't it? There you go, in with an egg there, guys, and we'll just stir that round a wee bit. At least it's something hot to eat. I didn't have any lunch today, so and we'll put that there, but we'll certainly take everything, and I'll let you see the beach before I go. But we'll certainly take all our rubbish and leave the beach as we found it. Yeah, that's alright. There you go. We'll leave it like that just now. Let that cook away a minute. I thought it had 2 eggs, it surely only took 1. There you go. How's that? That's alright, isn't it? I'm trying to do the video thing and cook here. But I see the canoeist, so he's got his shirt off. It's quite a warm day now. It was said to be 16 degrees. Well, that was Alexa. The BBC News said it was going to be 19 degrees. So just whatever, really. Anyway, it's warm. That's good. We'll give it another minute. But yeah, that's a nice wee stove. And I'm sure there'll be a Karen that'll say, oh, you're not allowed to do that. Well, that's tough. I'm doing it. I've never been a dog or a doormat to any man or woman. That's just how I am. Anyway, I go back to the YouTube thing. The content, that's the hard thing. If you can get a niche, you know, like fishing or cycling or what have you, it's a lot easier. But once I leave the UK for the Philippines, it won't entirely be about fishing. It'll be about, oh, I don't know, I've got a steering rack and the whole front suspension to put on a Mitsubishi Outlander. It's a 3.5 American import. It was imported into the Philippines from America. It was a GI that had it, apparently. So I have to fit that up before we go do any fishing. But yeah. Anyway, see you in a bit. I'll turn the stove off and I'll be back in a bit. So there we go. One egg roll with tomato and 2 sausages, and we've still got enough for another one. And that only took 5 minutes. And it breaks up the fishing too, and especially if you're starving like me. But certainly in the summer, when we're catching sea bass at the end of this month, hopefully, then we'll definitely be cooking them on the beach. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of Karens will have a lot to say about that, cooking on the beach here in sunny Sussex. Anyway, let's have this. Let's eat this, guys. Let's scoff this. I'm starving. Just, I used wet wipes. Seriously did. I used wet wipes to wash my hands before I started my cooking. So that's all right. That seriously is yummy. It tastes of sausage, egg and tomato. But yeah, there's a low-flying aircraft coming in here. Probably heading for Shoreham. Yeah. So yeah. So the YouTube, if I can help you, you leave me a note in the comments about YouTube, I will, but it's no easy. I use Clipchamp and I also use Canva for the thumbnails, but it's difficult. Anyway, back in a bit once I finish this. See you in a bit, mate. Well guys, I'm on to the second of my 2 rolls, and if I could lick that frying pan I would, because I'm still hungry. But I've got this one to go, but I haven't brought any chocolate or anything with me. The lines are still out. There's not so much as a bite, nothing at all. But you never know, you know, we've still got another 45 minutes to high tide. As you see, it's creeping up here, but it's just so relaxing, you know, just when you sat here. Could you imagine that if you were disabled and stuck in the house, or let's say you were banged up abroad, but you still had access to YouTube and that, and you could see my movie or what have you, you'd be sick. So the simple things in life, especially as you get older, you know, you don't need all the gimmicks and all the tricks and all the rest of it, and all the fast cars and all that crap. You know, if you've got your health, that's a huge factor. It really is. And I can tell you, you know, obviously you know I've got this neck cancer, you know, but hopefully it won't kill me for a few years yet. But yeah, or if you're banged up inside somewhere, or in a young offenders institution, or what have you, anywhere, or you're on the street but you could access this, people would give, or even living in central London, you know, people want, most of my viewers are from central London, the subscribers, because they're stuck, they're landlocked. They haven't got this on their doorstep. And we're ever so lucky here in sunny Sussex to have this, we really are. See the old Canadian flag there, that's in a memorial, I think it is, of the bomber pilot that was coming over Worthing, wasn't it? Was it him or was it another one? Is that another story? But anyway, they ditched in the sea, and all the crew and the pilot included were killed. And also, I think it's also to commemorate the amount of Canadians and overseas servicemen, excuse me, that fought in the war. But yeah, so there's a lot of history in Worthing town, you know. But I'm going to go and scoff this one, guys. Yeah, I'm going to have to eat this before it gets cold. I talk incessantly, but yeah. But if you don't like the channel and you want to be a Karen, go somewhere else, please. I deal with idiots at my work. I don't have to look at idiotic comments that I think, what a crock of sugar, you know. Anyway, that's me rambling again, so. Oh wow. Nice, yes. Pull in the two rods, rebait them, chuck them out again, and hopefully we won't hit that canoe. See you in a bit. Right, let's bring these in, bait them up, and chuck them out again, yeah? As you see, the bait has never been touched. And I was quite liberal with that bait, so that's big chunks, a big chunk of mackerel and a big chunk of squid there. So we're not going to bait them and rebait them, we're just going to leave that on. We'll chuck them out again, guys. Chuck this out again. Same with the other one, let's pull that in and rebait it. I don't think yeah, so there we go. None of the baits on either of the two rods have been touched, so we just launched them out again. But you know, it is what it is. Anyway, we'll be back in it. Yeah, so there's both the rods there. Yeah, and obviously Worthing Beach and Goring is over there, the furthest point you can see. And then this walk goes all the way down to the pier, and it's quite a busy little place, especially in the summer, you know. I mean, even today, the first day of spring, and it's busy, but as I say, it's 16 degrees and I've got all this gear on, but there's still a wee bit of a wind chill here. But a lot of people sell their big house in London or their small council house and buy one of these flats. So a flat here goes for about a one-bedroom flat down here, normally about, I don't know, 240 to maybe 300,000. Yeah, you don't get a lot for your money, for sure. But yeah, and you can cycle along there, and you can e-scooter. I'm sure you can e-scooter down to the environmental people. They're well, you're not really meant to, are you? Apparently it's only on private property, and this is council, I guess. Oh, there's that canoeist, he's just capsized, coming in on the breakhouse. But yeah, well, there we go, and that's where we're at. And actually, I was lazy, I brought my car, or that caravan there, I'm parked just at the back of that. because I had so much stuff. I thought I'll take the car, but unfortunately my car's only got 2 seats, so that's another story. That's another vlog, in fact. But there's one of the, I think that's an all-weather swimmer just there, so you have to be vigilant here because they come really close in. They hug the coast all the way down, and you can easily catch them on the end of your hook, you know. Anyway, that's my little campsite. But I really do hope we get a fish today, you know, because I blanked the last time and I don't want to blank again, but because I'm on tomorrow being Friday, Saturday, and then the Sunday. I'm off on the Monday, and I guess Sunday night, just so as I'm 100,000,000% get a fish, I'll fish at night, because that's basically guaranteed, especially off the boardwalk or the pier. But anyway, let's see what happens here. See you in a bit. Check that speedboat out, guys. That thing is flying. Wow. Ain't that fast. Ain't that pretty. Wow. He's probably going to Littlehampton, I would say, because of the size. I don't know if he's come from Shoreham or Brighton, but maybe heading for Littlehampton. It's the only place that would really take that size of boat round here. Let's go pull this in, guys. No, the bait's still on. We've still got both bits of bait. Let's stick on a mackerel head, even though we just got a bite. Because the hooks aren't big enough for the mackerel head, but see if it attracts anything, see if there's anything out there. If that doesn't work, then that's it, there's nothing. But as somebody else said, one of my subscribers said, we're the last to get the fish here in sunny Sussex. Let's see. Let's bait it up and chuck it out. Unfortunately, with a GoPro, you can't really see that it's sunny with the lens, you know. See if we get any bites from that, guys. Let's trial and error, see if we get any bites. I know it's a huge bit of bait. The hooks aren't big enough for it. It stayed on when I lobbed it out. Let's see if we get a bite, yeah? Yeah, we're 10 minutes into the turn of the tide. But I think in future, I'm just going to fish around structures. It's kind of like having a boat and fishing out next to wrecks and what have you. They yield more. And so for me, even though I'm fishing off the beach, if I'm closer, maybe 100 yards or so, closer to the pier, on either side of the pier, or any structure, like so there's one there, there's a pipe that comes from the road and all these houses, and any rainwater comes out there, so you'll get, maybe you get there, and there's another one there, look. And then of course my favourite one at Brooklands, so I think I'll start that. But I mean, I had too much stuff today, you know, this was just a jolly as usual, but I still thought, you know, but we've still got a wee while to go, let's see. But like everybody, I hate blanking, you know. And there's no guarantees in fishing, but I usually catch. But anyway, it is what it is. But anyway, we'll see in a bit. Yeah, so as you see, that tide's fairly on the turn, and still there's nothing. But Sunday night after work, finish about 7:30 Sunday night, and we'll do some night fishing. Hopefully, I'm not sure of the times of the tides, but yeah, but certainly night fishing is more productive. I'll see you in a bit. Well guys, that's me an hour into the turn of the tide. So I'm going to take this. There's been no bites at all, not even one today. And I threw out that huge mackerel head, and I thought that would have attracted something, even if it was a crab or what have you. I thought we would have had something, that bell would have rang, but nothing. So I'll take the furthest away rod in, the pier rod, we'll retrieve that and break it down, and then I'll leave this one out for another half hour or so, and yeah, see you in a bit. Yeah, so as you see, both baits are still intact, the squid and the mackerel, so there's nothing doing here along the coast, and as people say, and as I said earlier, we are the last ones to catch them. They'll get the fish coming in here. But today, the temperatures are going up, it's 16 degrees, and hopefully that'll continue. That'll bring in the bass at the end of the month when we can keep them. See you in a bit. Right guys, that's it for me. So I'm going to take this one in, and let's see if anything's touched that mackerel head. I doubt it very much, but there's been nothing on it at all, not even one bite. No, there you go, the mackerel head is still intact. Even that little bit at the end that I left hanging there, you see like an indicator, and also the squid, and that's the one that we started off with 3 hours ago. So I guess there's no fishes yet, but we'll just keep banging away here, we'll just keep trying away. That's what it's all about. So if you remember folks, just leave the beach as you found it, yeah. So there's nothing, I've left nothing there, not a thing. Yeah, just always double check, just make sure, especially if you're night fishing. There's nothing worse, you know, when you come down to the beach and there's litter and everything all over the shop. Anyway, see you in a bit. Well, there we go guys, we made it back to the car. So I'm just going to load up now, and yeah, all in all, it was a fun day, wasn't it? It was a fun day. So, what can I say other than, until the next time, take it easy, please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, tell me how I can improve my casting skills to get it further out. As yet, yeah, as I say, I was meant to be getting shown how to tie what do you call it, a shock leader, but it didn't come off, so I'm going to go down to Hove Lagoon and try, see if they'll teach me there. I've tried it off the internet on YouTube, but to no avail. Anyway, enjoyed the day, good for your mental health, get out and about, get your arse off that sofa, get out, even though you don't catch anything, it's good for you. So until the next time, take it easy, see you soon, bye.